The story takes a darker turn in 2 Chronicles chapter 21 as Jehoram, the son of King Jehoshaphat, ascends the throne of Judah. While his father had sought the Lord and led the nation with faith, Jehoram chooses a very different path. His reign becomes a sobering reminder that a godly heritage is no substitute for a personal commitment to God. After Jehoshaphat dies, he is buried with honor in the city of David, and Jehoram becomes king. Before his death, Jehoshaphat had generously provided for all his sons, giving them fortified cities throughout Judah, along with gifts of silver, gold, and valuable possessions. Yet because Jehoram was the firstborn, he inherited the kingdom. As soon as his rule is firmly established, Jehoram commits a shocking act. Fearing any challenge to his authority, he has all his brothers put to the sword, along with several leading officials of Israel. Rather than ruling with wisdom or justice, he secures his throne through violence and bloodshed. Jehoram is 32 years old when he begins to reign, and he rules in Jerusalem for 8 years. Unlike the faithful kings of Judah before him, he follows the ways of the kings of Israel. Influenced by his marriage into Ahab's family, his wife is the daughter of Ahab, and under that influence he leads Judah into idolatry, doing what is evil in the sight of the Lord. Even so, the Lord does not destroy the kingdom of Judah. He remains faithful to the covenant he made with David, keeping his promise that David's descendants would continue to reign and that a lamp would remain for his house. During Jehoram's reign, the kingdom begins to weaken. The nation of Edom, which had long been subject to Judah, rebels and appoints its own king. Jehoram marches against them with his chariots. Although he manages to break through the surrounding Edomite forces during a night attack, his army flees home, and Edom successfully gains its independence. At about the same time, the city of Libnah also revolts against Judah because Jehoram has abandoned the Lord, the God of his ancestors. Instead of turning back to God, Jehoram leads the nation even further into rebellion. He builds high places in the hills of Judah and causes the people of Jerusalem to become spiritually unfaithful, drawing the nation away from worshiping the Lord. Then a written message arrives from the prophet Elijah. Although Elijah's ministry is primarily associated with the northern kingdom of Israel, his letter reaches Jehoram with a direct warning from God. The message declares that because Jehoram has not walked in the ways of Jehoshaphat or Asa, but has followed the sinful example of Ahab's family and even murdered his own brothers, severe judgment will come upon him. The Lord will strike his people, his children, his wives, and all his possessions. Jehoram himself will suffer a painful disease of the bowels that will worsen day after day. Before long, the prophecy begins to unfold. The Lord stirs up the Philistines and the Arabs living near the Cushites to attack Judah. They invade the kingdom, plunder the royal palace, and carry away Jehoram's possessions, his wives, and his sons. Only his youngest son, Ahaziah, is left alive. After these disasters, Jehoram is struck with the terrible disease Elijah had foretold. For 2 years he endures intense suffering until his bowels come out because of the illness, and he dies in great pain. Unlike his father, Jehoram receives no honor from the people. Though he is buried in the city of David, he is not laid to rest in the tombs of the kings. His reign ends without the respect or affection of the nation he had ruled. This chapter reminds us that leadership is measured not by power, but by character. Jehoram inherited a strong kingdom and a godly legacy, yet he squandered both through pride, violence, and disobedience. Every generation must choose for itself whether it will follow God's ways or turn aside from them. The account continues in 2 Chronicles chapter 22, where Ahaziah becomes king of Judah. Influenced by the same corrupt family that shaped his father, he makes choices that lead to a brief and tragic reign during one of Judah's most turbulent periods.